On a routine transport day, a train heavily loaded with Pakistani military personnel was speeding through the remote, arid stretches of Balochistan. That routine journey ended in a sudden fedayeen blast. The massive explosion derailed the train completely, resulting in dozens of casualties and leaving over 100 injured in the wreckage. Responsibility for the carnage was claimed by the Balochistan Liberation Army, or BLA, a separatist group that has spent years fighting to carve an independent nation out of western Pakistan. Recently, their operational tempo has surged. In just a 10-day window this past April, the group claimed a staggering 27 separate attacks. Investigators are finding a significant shift in these engagements. BLA fighters are no longer relying solely on crude homemade explosives. They are now deploying high-precision American military hardware. The BLA has set its sights on a massive $1.3 billion American mining investment situated right in the heart of the conflict zone. Through a complex chain of events, the United States has inadvertently armed the exact insurgency, now capable of destroying one of America's most lucrative global ventures. The trail of these weapons begins in the late summer of 2021. The Biden administration's withdrawal of U.S. forces from Afghanistan was widely criticized as hasty and disorganized. In the rush to evacuate, departing forces abandoned massive stockpiles of highly advanced gear. Everything from night vision equipment to heavy armored vehicles was left sitting on the tarmac. That arsenal quickly fell into the hands of the Afghan Taliban. From there, the weapons bled across the border, ending up with the militant group known as the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, or TTP. Recognizing an opportunity, the TTP struck a strategic alliance with the Balochistan Liberation Army. They established a dedicated smuggling pipeline to funnel these specific American rifles and tactical gear straight to the separatist fighters. A sudden geopolitical power vacuum in Kabul accidentally forged a cross-border supply chain. Overnight, a local rebellion was heavily militarized. Those weapons flowed directly into this harsh, jagged landscape of Balochistan. This is the operational stronghold of the BLA, and beneath this rock lies an enormous deposit of unmined gold and copper. Recognizing the immense value of those resources, the Trump administration struck an ambitious international partnership to extract them. The resulting Reko-Diq mining pact pledged $1.3 billion in American capital. The dual objective was to stabilize the struggling Pakistani economy while securing a vital resource supply chain for U.S. industries. This geographical map of Balochistan tracks the BLA's recent combat operations. Over the past year, their attack clusters have expanded rapidly outward from central hubs, all the way to the Gwadar port. When we overlay the locations of the $1.3 billion Reko-Diq mining sites onto this data, the tactical reality is clear. The insurgency's violence is closing in directly on the American economic assets. Flush with advanced hardware, the BLA has evolved into a highly lethal force, creating a severe, project-defining risk capable of collapsing the entire international mining initiative. Officially, Pakistani authorities actively downplay the frequency of these blasts. They want to prevent domestic panic and reassure skittish U.S. investors that their capital is safe. But the facts on the ground reveal a system under immense stress. The Pakistani military is forced into an extreme defensive posture because they are trapped in a geographical nightmare. This macro map of Pakistan illustrates their strategic bind. The national military is being stretched in 4 opposite directions at once. They must maintain heavy defenses on the Indian border, manage constant skirmishes with Afghanistan, fight the TTP in the northwest, and now combat a supercharged BLA in the southwest. Adding the timeline of attack volume to this map shows a grim trajectory. Security analysts project that BLA violence will maintain a steep, continuous climb straight through 2025 and 2026. Maintaining high-alert defenses on the Indian border while simultaneously bombing targets in Afghanistan has stretched Pakistan's internal resources thin. With personnel locked into combat on 4 separate fronts, the military is facing a logistical exhaustion that threatens their ability to maintain national stability. An uncoordinated exit from Kabul left behind a massive arsenal of weapons. It armed a regional insurgency, jeopardized a billion-dollar American mining asset, and created deep structural vulnerabilities across South Asia that neighboring powers are closely watching.